Hello, it's Saturday, and my dog, who only has one eye, and she's never blind in that eye, she's trying to find me, so I make noises so she'll know where I am in the house. This is me looking for her. Well, there she goes. Coco, what are you doing? Hmm? What are you up to? You can't find me. I'm right here. Hello. Hello. I'm gonna get all over my notebooks, of course. And then she's gone. Now it's time to chop up some potatoes because unfortunately I've let some potatoes sprout on the countertop, and so they just need to be cooked. So peeling and chopping the potatoes, and at this point I have no idea how I'm going to cook them honestly. Husband comes over to talk to me a little bit. Oh, we're talking constantly probably here. Chopping off those ends where the eyes are a little bit too deep. Just peel away. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with these just yet. But I know I need more room on my cutting board, so into the bowl they go. I think by this time I know I want to roast them, so I just make them a nice roasting size at kind of 1 inch by 1 inch cube size. And then I start to season them up, so a little olive oil first. And usually I go in with some black pepper. And then the salt. And then I've really got to figure out what direction I'm going to go with these, because you can prepare sweet potatoes in a savory way as well as semi-sweet. So I decided to go with a semi-sweet, which just decided to add some ground ginger, which the cap for the ground ginger went flying across the room, so I had to go get it. And then I decided to add some cinnamon. I'm not adding sugar to this, but of course the dog is down there begging. She doesn't even know, what I'm preparing, but she knows that I cut up a vegetable, and she loves to have cut up vegetables, but potatoes are a no. Especially seasoned potatoes. So far, olive oil, cinnamon, salt, pepper, and ground ginger is all I put on them. And I'm just massaging them to coat all of those edges before I get them on a baking sheet. But then after I'd already cut the paper, I realized that I don't even want to heat up the oven at this point. At this point in the day, it was pretty warm outside, and down here it gets really hot. So I decided to put it in the air fryer. So I needed to change the size pans that I was working with. So I chose some 8-inch round pans, which actually do fit in the air dryer, the air fryer that I have, which is one of those kind with the shelves on it. It looks almost like a miniature oven, which I really like. I could have put these right on the grates, but that is a little bit more cleanup than actually just putting them in these pans and rotating them once. So I just try to make sure about the same amount are in there. And notice I really don't care about how that paper is in the bottom of those pans. I just don't want those potatoes sticking to those pans at all. So, and then just like that, they're ready to go. And I cooked them on like 350, maybe 10 minutes, and then 8 minutes more, and I rotated them. With these types of things, you just look to see when it's done. And this is the next morning, because we really didn't eat those potatoes that night. That was Saturday. This is Sunday morning, actually Easter Sunday. And there's just a whole bunch of vegetables in the drawer, and also vegetables that I harvested yesterday in that paper towel. They just need to be ate up. Like, this pepper was getting a little soft, so just decided to chop up the whole pepper so it'd be easy to throw it into things. It's a huge pepper too. So I just chopped it up. Went ahead, since peppers take a little bit longer to cook, I went ahead and tossed that into the skillet along with some onions. And that's like the little prep setup there. Took out all the things I needed. So I also cut up some carrots there, as you saw. Some baby carrots that were just resting in the refrigerator that needed to be ate. Tossed those in there too. And this is the harvest from yesterday. Basically, I just washed and spun dry everything that I harvested that was leafy, and then wrapped it up in a paper towel and stored it in the refrigerator. That little sticker there is from the pepper earlier. Before I washed it, I took it off and stuck it on the paper towel. Basically, those little bits of scraps I didn't really like, so I took those and put them off to the side. And then I proceeded to separate like the herbs from the lettuce leaves, because we had basil and cilantro that was ready, and we also had baby romaine that was ready, the purple leaf plant. And so I'm chopping up the herbs. I decided I didn't want to chop those baby leaves of romaine because they're just so pretty, so I didn't want to bruise them in any way. I kept those intact and then just put the herbs on the top. By this time, the carrots and onions and peppers were ready to take off the stove top, and this is where I decided I did not want to chop up any tofu and fry tofu. I had one egg, and I also had a carton of egg whites, so I beat some egg whites together with that egg with some seasoning and decided to just scramble that, and also toss in some leftover rice. I've heard this stuff about leftover rice having something in it that's bad for you, and gosh, I've been eating leftover rice since since the beginning of my life, probably. My mom, probably gave me leftover rice, and I certainly have never wasted any leftover rice in my life. So yeah. There was already olive oil left over in the pan from cooking the vegetables, but I wanted the flavor of butter, so I just did a little bitty sliver of butter in there. And there's the leftover sweet potatoes that I'd roasted the night before. Figured it'd be good. I didn't want to mix those in with the eggs, with the scramble of the carrots, bell peppers, onions, and rice with the egg over there, so I just left those in the skillet off to the side and let those get warmed up while I seasoned the greens with salt and some feta cheese and some Italian dressing from the refrigerator, and a little bit of olive oil, like a little bit of dressing, not very much. And then I filled up our bowls with the egg, onion, bell pepper, and carrot mixture. Put the potatoes kind of on the top, and then I wanted to massage those lettuce leaves. They were a little bit stiff, so I wanted to break them down a little bit more. And then I put those on the top with a little gochujang on the side, just in case, we wanted it spicier. I like that, really like fermented spice. I got some on my thumb there. I like that fermented spiciness that it offers. I really like fermented things in general, but it's kind of like one of those spices I like to put on a lot of different things. And we just sat down and enjoyed our breakfast together with our little puppy pup in the morning. And after everybody was full and satisfied, I'd been drinking on water. Try to drink water first thing. It does help get a head start on your water for the day. I am a person who struggles with getting all the water for the day, but I found that if I'm able to drink that big cup down, And no, I did not throw out my Yeti cups whenever Stanley cups became a thing. Like, who throws away dishes? And it is really delicious, and I love starting my day like this. See you again soon.